Hello everyone. I was so inspired by the last layout that I did, the last process video, that I decided to move right on to another one because I'm just really loving my New York photos. I'm getting closer to that halfway point of what I have planned for the album, so I really want to keep working. So what I have with this one is, if you watched the previous video, I said I was taking a walk that morning, heading to a place called Paper Presentation. This is the store. So these photos are all from the outside. The next layout will be from the inside, which is so fantastic. If you are ever in New York and you're a crafty person, you need to go there. So I don't know if there's more than one. The one I went to was in Chelsea because it was just a couple blocks down from the hostel where I was staying. So it's called Paper Presentation in Chelsea. Find it. You won't be sorry. So for the pages, these should end up being pretty simple. I've got two 4x6s over here. I've already picked out this card because I feel like that blue color matches pretty well with what I've got here. And once again, I may end up flipping these for some reason, but I think this is where they're going to go. And then on this side, I have two 3x4 pockets and a 4x6. Now, I actually printed this photo as a horizontal 3x4. And I want to keep it that way. I don't want to enlarge it because I would like to use some kind of 4x6 card background here that will match everything I've got. I think it would just give a nice balance to this card to have another one here, but just with a photo on top. But I have no idea what that background is going to be. I didn't get that far yet. So I'm going to go to my stash, see what I can find for that right now. When I went through my stash, I found these three backgrounds that I'm considering. So, as you can see, this photo, there's a lot of white in there, which helps to get a background that has some color. But we've got these in there. There's gold, plus tiny little bit of, that blue that's also featured on this card, and the colors that are over here. So I'm trying to match everything here. So these are the three that I've selected. I have this really kind of bright lime green stripe, but I like it because it kind of matches the P for Paper Presentation, and this fabulous word here, if I kind of hold it up closer, you can tell that it's got a green tint to it. So that might be acceptable. And then I have this one, which I like for two reasons. I like the color because it does, if you hold up this one, it does kind of match this pink here that's in this photo. But I also like it because it looks like office paper. And this store isn't just scrapbooking paper. They have wedding invitations, party invitations. They do have some office supply things like planners, regular and sort of more scrapbooky, crafty planners, and all kinds of paper of all types, stationery as well. So, I mean, it really would fit the motif of the store if I were able to make that work. Now, it is a little busy with all this going on, but I do like it. And if you like it, I actually remember where this one is from. This is from a kit from Club Scrap, and I think it's just clubscrap.com. So if you like it, you can find it there. And then this was just kind of this yellow funky pattern, but it's subtle enough, I think, that it would kind of go into the background and you wouldn't notice it as much maybe as the others. It's very subtle, and it works with this kind of golden tree here and then this gold element on the side. So I'm having a hard time choosing. So I'm going to really spend some time figuring out which I like best, and I'll come back when I make my selection. After debating for quite some time over this background, I've decided to go with this one. That yellow piece, it just really faded into the background here, and it was a little too close to these colors, so that one was out for sure. And then the green stripe, I really liked it, but it was just kind of overpowering the rest of everything else. A little too bright in this case, so I'm going with this one. The only problem is that if I center this photo, it covers up all the spots where it says memo, which is part of what I liked. So I think what I'm going to do is actually offset it a little bit like that. That gives me some room over here to maybe write or stamp or something. I'm not sure what, but that's what I'm going to go with for this card, I think. I've adhered the photo off center as I had planned, And I was still thinking about, should I write, should I stamp, or what should I do over here? Because I don't want to distract from this memo thing here, since that's part of what I liked. So when I went into my stash, I found this, and it matches pretty well. It's not perfect, but it matches pretty well with this card. It's got the blue here. And then I noticed something that I missed the first time I looked at this photo. I had pointed out, you know, the blue over here. There's blue right here in this kind of peacock thing. The light is not working in my favor here. There we go. And if my camera would focus, that would be lovely. But I noticed that, and I thought, okay, well then this really works. And I'm thinking I'm going to put it over just like this. So it's going to overlap the photo a little bit at the bottom, but then be flush to the left side, because then it will really bring in these tones and really kind of lead your eye around the page. I may also have to find some more blue to bring in up here, because there really isn't any in these two photos. And the ideal place would be to have it somewhat up here. And let's be honest, this thing up here, that's kind of ugly anyway. I could cover that up. So I'm going to start with this and get that attached, but then I'll find something for up here. So I did adhere this, and I put just a little staple in there along the left side, and I really love the way that looks. I'm not going to do anything else over here. I'm not going to write or stamp or any of that as I originally thought I would. I'm just going to leave it. I'm having a little trouble finding something for up here, so I'm still working on that as my next task, but hopefully I will solve that soon and be back shortly. So for this last photo, I was trying to find something that would cover up part of this up here, but would still match the rest of what I've got going on here. And I found this phrase again in that monster pile of phrases that I have for travel stuff. I figured that could cover that up, right? And it goes not quite all the way over, but almost. I will probably cut off a little bit here, and put a staple in there. But I think that it'll work nicely. It's a lot of, you know, phrases here, but I think that actually kind of works to my advantage with this, because it looks like they almost are meant to all go together, you know, in order like that. So I think I'm going to go with it. I did attach the phrase there, put in the little staple. That's all I really had to do with that one, and it covered up that ugly stuff. So that is perfect for what I wanted. So I'm just going to put it in the page protector here, and then I can see it all together. So here is the final product. Fantabulous. Love all the colors in these photos. Outside sign that says paper presentation, covered up the ugly part that I didn't like, and got to use a fun background that I really liked. So there they are. It came together very easily for the most part and very quickly. So I'm super happy with this one. And now I'll move on to the next one. See you later. Thanks for watching.